How could a judge grant him bail?
You're only hoping you getting your sister back.
Bigger monster than his father.
We're getting ready to take over Queen.
You're gonna ruin everything we worked so hard for.
Someone who has access to you is framing you.
You gotta be sure.
It was to protect you. You're playing a dangerous game.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, if you love power, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like the video, and leave your theories, comments, everything down below. Now today we will be talking about Power Book 2 Ghost Season 2 Episode 7. This is the What to Expect video for Episode 7, and it is based off the trailer that they put out. The title of the episode is called Forced My Hand, and the description for the episode reads: Tariq finds himself on a quest for normalcy, forever just out of reach. As he returns to school, Tariq searches for evidence to prove his innocence with the help of his loyal friends, Davis and Sack. So those are the key elements of this next upcoming episode. I believe it's about to get very, very interesting, and it seems like a lot of action is about to pick up in episode 7. Now make sure you check out my last video. I dropped the episode 6 recap for you guys, so check that video out if you have not seen it. And now it's time to get ready for this next upcoming episode. Man, a lot of different things are going to happen. We're going to go over this trailer. I'm going to try my best to focus on all the key points in this trailer. Now if I miss anything, you guys let me know down below. Now what can we expect from episode 7 based off this trailer? It definitely seems like your girl Professor Milgram is very, very shaky. Just look at her. She is scared that Tariq is back. She's upset that Tariq is back on campus and that a judge granted him bail. And she wants to know why this happened in the first place. Well, she need to be worrying about Lauren. That's what she needs to be worrying about, not Tariq. But then again, maybe she needs to worry about Tariq, because now Tariq knows that Professor Milgram been running her mouth about him. Hell, Tariq probably should have just put that cell phone in her desk when he had the chance. I mean, he was about to, but he changed his mind. You know what I'm saying? Now, what we see in this trailer is your boy Rashad Tate. He is also telling Tariq, like, look, I am the only one that can help you get your sister back. I got all the power, so you got to do what I'm telling you to do. And we already know Tariq is going to be helping out as far as getting that information on Brayden's uncle. We know that Brayden got that book at the end of episode 6. So I wonder what actually is going to happen. Did Rashad Tate get this book? Was it enough information for him to use against Rick Sweeney? Well, we're going to find out in this episode, and we already know Tariq is willing to do whatever it takes to get his sister back. But as of right now, it's not looking too good for Tariq because he has a target on his head. They're going to be looking at every little thing that he does. So I think we can expect your boy Tariq to once again have Brayden and Effie out there doing certain things that he cannot necessarily do because he will be watched. And like I told you guys, this whole Yasmin thing, I mean, Tariq probably needs to think of something else. I think he's entirely too hot, and trying to raise his sister just may be a little bit too difficult for him. I mean, having her around all this stuff, that's a risk in my opinion, a very high risk. Then we can see the return of your girl Tamika. She is telling Cooper Saxe, if we do not get a hold of this, Tariq is going to turn out being a bigger monster than his pops. And I mean, at the end of the day, Tariq does have Cooper Saxe trying to help him out. But as I always told you, he always going to have that, you know, that grudge against Tariq in the St. Patrick's because of what he has been through. At the end of the day, Tamika being on his side is something that is a leverage for Tariq. And hopefully they're able to continue to help him out. But remember, as Davis McLean has always said, trust nobody. And will Tariq actually have to turn up in this episode? I got a feeling that he's going to have to make some very crucial decisions, and he's going to have to move a little bit more smarter, especially since he's still going to have that ankle monitor on him. Now, what we saw in the trailer is your boy Lorenzo, and it's looking like he's having a conversation with someone. Could this someone be Mecca? I know Mecca did text Kane in the last episode and said set up the whole meeting with him and Lorenzo, so I would not be surprised if Lorenzo and Mecca actually talk. And you can see Drew is, you know, he's the topic of conversation. He wants Drew to take over, and Mecca, you already know he's just using this as leverage, and he is plotting and planning. especially since Monet told him he is not going to be able to see Zeke and she does not want to see him again. It is over. So you know he's going to use whatever he has to get exactly what he wants. And getting close to, of course, Lorenzo and Drew is probably a good strategy for Mecca. He's going to mess some things up. And we also see in this trailer the strap getting pulled out. And I got a feeling Drew, he's about to put in some work. Now they show this, then they show Drew, you know what I'm saying, getting ready to go out and put in some work. And we know Drew in the second half, he will have a darker second half. He will open up a little bit more. We know that Lorenzo wanted him to take out Keno. So that's what I'm expecting from your boy Drew. I think he's going to, of course, try to execute that game plan. And he's supposed to get closer to, I guess, Keno's number 2. His name was Carlito. We saw him in the last episode. And we see Drew looking like he's following somebody. Who could this be? Could this be someone a part of the BSKs? Or could it be someone else? Now, we can see Monet in the trailer. She is telling, in my opinion, Mecca, you're going to mess everything up as far as what we have done, what we have built for Zeke, in my opinion. This is what I think she's talking about because she knows and she understands what Mecca is doing. And she's like, look, man, you cannot mess this up. Not for Zeke. He cannot be around any of this. And, of course, Mecca ain't having that. Y'all think Mecca going to listen to Monet? It's not happening. Mecca has already tried to do things, I guess, the nice way. Now you're going to see a different Mecca in these last 4 episodes. He's about to turn up. I guess he's about to show Monet his full hand and exactly what he is capable of doing. And right here we see these 2 people. We don't know who they are. These are unknown people. Looking like they got some military weapons. We see the laser. And I got a feeling, and I will not be surprised if these 2 were connected to Mecca. I mean, he's the only person that we know that has some type of military type training and will be working with somebody like this. Then again, it could be Mecca's enemies. We know the Mahoney and the crew that they was rolling with. But I just got that odd feeling. Whatever it is, Mecca is definitely connected to all of this. Now, we see your boy Cooper Saxe. He's telling Tariq, someone that's close to you is framing you. And I wonder if he's going to tell Tariq about the conversation he heard with Lauren and, of course, Jenny Sullivan. I don't know if he's going to go into like details about that, but he's definitely going to push out some information to Tariq as far as him, you know, watching his back and the people that he has closest to him, which is going to make Tariq think like, okay, who else could this be? Eventually, Tariq is going to find out about Lauren and the whole recording. That's going to come to light down the line because right after that, they show Lauren coming to Tariq's door, trying to talk. You already know she is trying to explain herself once again, probably trying to fix things. But Tariq is looking like he's not letting her in. And it's looking like he got somebody else up in there. Lauren is looking very salty, and Tariq probably shutting her down is going to piss her off. I wonder if Lauren is going to continue to try to fix things with Tariq, or will she be upset that Tariq has someone else in there and says, you know what, maybe he deserves to get what he's getting, right? Could be the case. Now in the room, we do see your girl Diana up in there. And I don't know about y'all, but you know, we can hear Tariq telling her, you got to be sure, which can mean anything. But if you've been paying attention to this whole series, they've been hinting that Diana and Tariq are going to hook up since season 1. And then Effie once again said it earlier on in the season, just don't sleep with him. You got to make sure your first time is with someone that you actually love or like or whatever. I got a feeling in this episode, man, that just may be the case, that these 2 may just hook up. He may just clap Diana's cheeks. And if that's the case, that's going to change everything because she's going to be even more addicted to you. And that can be a risk. I do remember your boy Michael Rainey Jr., they asked him who was the best girl for him. And he did say that Diana was the girl for him. And at the end of the day, I guess we're going to find out if that is the case when this episode airs. But I got a feeling, man, this is going to be a very interesting storyline if that was to happen, which I believe eventually it will. Then we see another character with a strap, and it's looking like they're looking for somebody. They end up spraying up the place. I told you guys, I got a feeling these guys got to be connected to Mecca or maybe some other people we ain't seen yet. But this whole Mecca and Mahoney thing, this beef that he has, I think we're going to see more of it. Then again, it could be somebody else. But usually, so far this season, all the action came from your boy Mecha. So this is why I believe it has something to do with him. I mean, I could be right or I can be wrong, but we're going to find out. Now, as we see right here, we see a guy in a jacket that, has like a tiger or whatever on there. We see another guy at the end of this little tunnel in all black. Now, you guys let me know who you think that is. I'm thinking it's Kane. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking Kane was telling Drew or whatever, trying to make sure that Drew does not mess up. I believe Kane has done something like this in the past. Monet has told him to make sure Drew was okay when Lorenzo wanted Drew to go handle the whole thing with Little Guap. Kane followed and made sure that everything was good. Everything was cool. So in this particular incident, I think Kane is doing the same thing. At the same time, we do know Kane wants to keep his position and he wants to have that upper hand on his father and Drew, but it's going to piss Drew off. Drew's going to be very upset and we're going to see Drew go at his brother Kane. I mean, at the end of the day, this is not going to end well. I told you guys Drew will be a little bit more darker in the second half and he's going to take out his frustrations on his older brother Kane. He is sick of it. Hopefully these two can fix this and nothing major happens between the two. But as of right now, it is not looking too good. And as I always told you guys, something major going to happen within the family. Somebody got to get dropped off. There's no way that everybody is just going to stay intact. It just doesn't make sense like that. Realistically speaking, somebody got to go. Plain and simple. Somebody got to go. Now we get to your boy Davis MacLean. He is talking to Professor Milgram and he is telling her, you're playing a dangerous game. We already seen what Professor Milgram has done this season and last season and what she's willing to do to make sure her name is clear. But her trying to target Tariq is going to be the biggest mistake that she could have ever made. And she's going to find out soon enough that maybe that is something that she should have never done. Now we know that Davis MacLean is defending Tariq, so he is going to do whatever is best for his client, no matter what, right? And we do know that he has or had a connection with Professor Milgram back in the day because, back in the day, he used to clap those cheeks and he feels some type of way when it comes to her. And deep down inside, he wants to help her out. But then again, he has to help out Tariq because that's the person who was paying him. And we know Davis MacLean, he wants to win at all costs. And that's exactly what he is going to do. And he's not going to allow Professor Milgram to get in his way. And he will warn her that, look, you don't want to do this. This is a dangerous game that you're playing. I mean, at the end of the day, Professor Milgram has a lot on her plate. She does not want this whole secret of her getting clapped by Zeke around campus, messing her name up. And of course, messing Zeke's name up. Because if that messes Zeke's name up, you already know what time it is, right? Monet ain't having it. Monet has already warned her, right? So what is Professor Milgram going to do if that secret does get put out? Because Monet Tejada is not going to play around with her. It's going to be night for Professor Milgram. So we're going to see what's going to happen with her. And we also is going to see what's going to happen with your boy Tariq. This whole thing with Mecha, Lorenzo, Monet, Kane, and Drew is getting very, very interesting. I cannot wait to see how this all is going to play out. We're going to continue to talk about Power Book II Ghost Season 2, Episode 7 is coming this weekend. And also, we got to talk about some storylines that occurred in the last episode. And I got a feeling your girl Effie is something that we have to talk about. We got to talk about Effie this week. We got to talk about Drew and Kane as well this week. And also, I want you guys to get ready for the Power Book for Force special drop or major drop that's, of course, coming at 10 a.m. I got a feeling it is the official trailer. And once this official trailer does drop, I will try to get it, broken down for you guys and recap it a little bit after it airs. But thank you guys for all the love, all the support, and I will catch you guys very, very soon. But let me get up on out of here, man. It's your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.